Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus and this is episode 97 of our Let's Play campaign of Factorio. We have now completed one of the major deliverables or major setups. You can see these bloop bloops in the lower left hand corner. We have a fully automated network, train network that actually supplies itself everywhere. And I'm going to keep that running for those notifications. They may be a bit annoying, the beep beep, but it actually gives a pretty good overview of what's going on in the factory. However, now it's time to move on to the next challenge. I have a couple of things that I really wanted to dive into. One thing is actually, oh, thank you, autosave. One thing is, I have my nuclear power plant down here. I have a lot of wasted products or spent fuel cells. So they need to be recycled, and they can actually be used for something called MOX cells. That's a very long process. So that's one thing. The other thing is I want titanium, and I think that's the one. Basically, if I want titanium, let's just walk through that. That requires rutile in large quantities. Where's that rutile? Where's the rutile? There. So that requires the stereotite, sapphirite, and Rubyte crystals. So that's where I'm going to work on in this episode. I am choosing Rubyte because it's one of the more complex one, and I have a steady supply of it. So I built my base train stop here, and what I would like to do is basically saying, at this point, I want to take Rubyte in. Let's request some Rubyte, just so we know we crushed Rubyte. How much do we want? We want 10,000? Why not? Yeah, first 9, and then I want to say I want to get it over here. Oops. These two. Good. I had some aluminium involved in, and this one should be filtered to something that doesn't exist. Otherwise it keeps going back. And that one will take, what was it I requested? The crushed Rubyte. There. Good. So that goes out here, and this one will also, these two, they'll take, well, actually just one of them. So that will take crushed Rubyte out. That means on the side, I want to take the Rubyte out. Good. And what I want to do is actually set up. Now I have, first, let's go through the process. I want to, for Rubyte, first I want the hydro refining, then I want the crystals, and then I want the purified. So that's what I want. And then I've built some cells here. Here we go. They're now coming in. And basically I want to make sure that it takes as little room as possible. So these will take Rubytes. That means I also need water as well. I probably should take the water out on this side just to make sure that it is not overburdened. And let's do that. Let's also request some water while we're here. This one will filter on purified water. Purified water, there. And let's request some purified water as well. How much do we want? Again, the purified. I love this setup there. It's just so simple. Minus 1000. And then I get it in. This is like requesting it in the robotic network. It's really brilliant. I love that mod. That is the best non-functional mod there is by far. I love it so much. So anyway, what we want is actually, I want one thing inbound. That's gonna come on the sides. So I really want to make sure that I don't spend too much room because I'm gonna need it. So let's build this one. Now the question for me here is, can I directly insert? I could actually do that. No, I don't want to do that because I might need the Rubyte chunks. So I'm going to take the chunks out. I'm going to take two things out. Or actually, I'm just going to take one thing out. And just shove it in here. So everything I have, I'll shove it into this one. There. And that should probably be like this. That should be enough. And inbound as well. Well, actually, I don't need much. Is that like the worst place to put it? There. So the idea is that this cell will, or city block will create hydro, will create, what's it called, chunks, the crystals, and the purified. And where will we get our water from? Do we need water for the other ones? Well, I need it for the nitric acid. No, I don't actually need it for nitric acid. Well, nitric acid. I do need water, of course, obviously. It's an acid. So I'm gonna take the water out. Where do I want the water? Maybe I'll take the water line here. That's definitely gonna be the case here. So I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna take it out on that side because this is just getting cleansed or purified or whatever it's called. Here, so we got the water in here. That should fit quite okay with this one. And getting in and getting out again, getting back into the storage location so we can, nope, like this, and inbound. Great. Grab it and send it out again. Like this, and you will take purified water in. So that's the first one. Doesn't do much though. And let's see. Gonna need this. I'm gonna go a bit overboard on this, unfortunately. Don't really care. I want to make something that I can, right? Does this work? Okay, it doesn't work because it's unable to export. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be running into trouble. So again, I want a dummy blueprint, not a dummy blueprint, a temporary blueprint. It's not going to be perfect, right? I'm going to take this. These are going to go out. Just bring it up there. They are connected. This one. Like that. Great. And now just refresh this blueprint to something that's a bit more useful, like this one. That's 4, 6. Oh, that's wrong. 8, and gotta be able to be there. Yes, thank you. Awesome. And that should be broken up there because that's definitely not necessary. And like that. I don't want anything. Good. We now have all of this up and running, except for the fact that it isn't jammed because it can't get rid of it. What was that one? That's empty barrels out to oil and gas in. Okay, so it isn't this part yet. Right. What am I looking for? I'm looking for some of these bendy pipes. Can I walk through? Oh, I'm unable to walk through any of this. Damn, that's annoying. And this just needs to be cleansed. And the reason I cleanse it is actually, if this was, well, let's walk through this. So in case of stereotype, then the wastewater is sulfuric wastewater, which can be transformed into sulfuric acid, and everyone's happy. However, for the Rubyte, it's nitric wastewater. If we look at the cleansing of nitric wastewater, it yields mineral water, and I don't want mineral water. Mineral water is not a direct path. Mineralized water is not a direct path to nitric. Maybe on the bioprocessing side, it is actually. No, that's ammonia gas that I can make from the blue. It's just sulfuric. Yeah, well. So why are you not working? Oh, they're not working because they are stuck on this one. And I will have a couple of those. I think we'll have one on each end. Guess not exactly. Maybe here. Come on. I want it. There. And that one also needs to be hooked up. So now this should not be a problem, and they are building this en masse. Now at the point here, I need to build this balancer as well. And yeah, I'm gonna do that at some point. What are we sending out? Oh, we're not even hooking those up yet. Maybe that's actually a good idea to not hook this up. Well, I'm hooking it up now. It gives me some kind of idea about how much is in there. Now the next part I want to do is actually drag it out from this end. So I'm gonna have to align on this. And I cannot for the life of me remember how this was done. So I'm just gonna do it temporarily, and then I'm gonna come back to it. So I want to drag that out here. Yes, and that's just to be filtered on Rubyte chunks. And that needs to go into the next area, which is going to be an issue because I don't really have enough room for it, do I? Next one. Next one is the one that requires the nitric acid. So let's look at these refinery plants here, what they look like. They are not getting any wastewater out, so that's a good thing. However, they need the nitric acid in. But I would imagine that I could take something like, I could set the outbound like this and can go down and get in here. Yep, that sounds very reasonable indeed. Why would it need to go below? It can just as well go above, so it can go in here, inbound. And that gives me here. That's actually incorrect. This one is the outbound and this is the inbound, which will then go all the way from over here. I'm using quite a bit of belts in this. And these, I need to make them from crushed Rubyte to refined Rubyte. I love it. I'm gonna pick one between here, or else you're gonna make it like this. So what are we getting outbound? I only get the chunks outbound. So this one here, this is on the close one. This is long insert, short insert, and long exert, if that's the thing, like that. Let's put in some power poles, and I can see I'm actually running out of power poles. That's unfortunate. Good, and I need this as well. Might as well start building more of these. I'm gonna definitely need it. That should be enough to have this as a blueprint. This is enough for blueprint. There we go. That's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. And we're actually running out of these. Interesting. Anything else? No, not really. And up here, I'm going to... Oh, that's not even possible. Wow. Yeah, there's one thing I forgot. And that was actually, let's see what, here. So now this is a closed network, and as soon as it provides, so what I did forget was lights. I want lights as well. That is important. I don't work under cover of night. So now the next problem, and that is, or well, problem or challenge or solution or whatever. How much is this going to consume? This is going to consume quite a lot. Oh, 0.5. No, not a lot. Anyway, let's look at our nitric acid. Nitric acid. I know the nitric acid somehow comes from the air. So I need purified water and hydrogen dioxide gas. and that's in a chemical plant. So let's find some chemical plants. We have those here. What if they could import or export directly out like that? That would be awesome. I mean, just ideally, that's way too much. How much is it actually? If I can keep like this, I think I would actually want much more around it like this. Whoa, that's suddenly it just started spamming this. That's one of the issues with this mod, unfortunately. Nitric acid, here, that one. It only has one output, so this is actually fine. And how much is it producing? Like this. And then I again lost nitric acid there. That should be fine. It's going out here, and then I need water and something else in. The water is pretty easy. The nitrogen dioxide, that's what we're going to work on. Water comes from over here somewhere. Well, literally right next to it. Perfect. Good. That's the one part. The other part that's more complicated is this one. This one will be nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen something. Comes from, that's again in a chemical plant. I will create, let's think about it. This is 10 per 2 seconds. This one is consuming 10 per 2 seconds. So I'm also going to need 2 of these. Good, not a problem, I think. Here. Nitrogen dioxide. That goes in, and these 2 are now going out. And let's also get some lights in here. And again, we have 2 inputs, 2 outputs. And these are coming from the air. So that's basically just, I need a literal shit ton of those damn air filters that I hate so much. And that requires titanium plates. 1, 2, 10 of these. If I have 10, let's see how fast or slow they are working. So you're gonna make compressed air. I'm gonna build it over here. That should be plenty of room. Let's get these. I hate them. I hate this one. With a vengeance. The fact that I need so many of them is just ridiculous. Alright, I'm gonna do this. But I guess this is also the reason why is because this is money for nothing. It's actually a material, so the penalty you pay is not in cost, it's in space. That's fine. It is fine, and that's the whole merit of Angel's mod. So this one is creating compressed air. The compressed air is something I can use. It's a lot of lights for this crap here. Let's also get more lights. I am handcrafting so much. Why am I actually handcrafting that? I need to handcraft this part. Like a lot of it. Like this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So you're now producing a lot of compressed air. It takes a long time to create. So this is every 6 seconds I produce 10. And I have 10, so that produces 60 compressed air. I'm going to take this compressed air and I'm going to nitrogen. If I could spell nitrogen, I'm going to split it like that. With air separation, which goes on in a chemical plant even. How fast is this? This is taking 10 compressed air in. That's pretty good. Let's take it. Can we build it here? Oh, that would be so nice if it actually fit. I don't know if it does. It doesn't, but whatever. Ah, that's a shame. Actually, I wanna make sure that it fits. So I'd rather bend this pipe here, like this, and try again. 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. This one is splitting nitrogen. Good. You're gonna go in here all the way. Great. Get in, get in, get in. You're gonna get the oxygen comes out here. Seems quite reasonable. And the hydrogen comes in. Why did that not correct? Oh, it's not connected because that's not one of those pipes. Great. And this is not the end of it, because it's gonna jam if I don't do anything. So this one is producing 5 and 5. This one is consuming 6 and 4. So eventually, soon, you can see the blue is blinking. The red is not blinking. There's not as much. So I'm gonna have to put a flare stack and an overflow valve here, and put it into a flare stack that I need, because if I produce 5 and 5 and then use 6 and 4, the one that only is consumed at a rate of 4 will eventually jam the pipes and prevent anything from working. These are now going in here, you're going in here, you're missing water? Why are you missing water? Seriously? Are you seriously missing water? How come? Ah, I'm a moron. Yes, please, thank you. This one is... where are we? Where are we? That one. Purified water. Great. So what we have now is, should be, a working production of Rubyte chunks. Then I'm going to drag out again. I'm also going to do that from here. This will, however, filter on, again, the Rubyte crystals in, out. And for the time being, I'm also going to just be uncritical in my filtration and just shove everything over here. They are crystals. Now this is the easiest one. This is actually working at twice the speed of the other one. So that should be pretty easy. I'll put one in here. This one is just making those, and I'm gonna get it one here, and I'm gonna find a way to get it out. And we have loaders, plenty of loaders. The big end towards that, it works. Wow, I'm almost running out of belts, and I don't like running out of belts, that's for sure. I think we're building pretty efficiently and pretty fast in this round. Okay, so we are requesting more Rubyte. Maybe this one should actually cap the number, because we're getting quite a lot. I don't really know how. I can't wire these up, can I? No. No wiring on those, unfortunately. But I can stop them, yeah. I'm pretty sure I can. And these are also going to be a problem, those cyan geodes, but that's another matter. Up and down, and another blueprint. We'll just take this one. Nope, not that one, because how can I... That ends there, and import there. That's the part we need to now take. And we try it up here, and of course this one is not working. And I refresh this one to a more useful. Whoops. That's 3, that's 4, and that's 5. It uses the space quite efficiently, actually. That was just not the way I wanted it. There. And there you have it. This is how we create all this. So what I need is actually to balance this out. Let's see if I can remember this. It's honestly been a while. So this one is going to say, it takes the content. I'm gonna kill you. You have enough. So everything goes into this one. That's great. Except you are not going in there, are you? Why are you not? Oh, because you're not even up to that. There. And it's inbound. And like that. I think I actually need to have a different kind of inserter here. Yeah, one N. Here as well. Good. So now there will be no issues with outbound. How was it? This one would be, I'm gonna unload when each is greater than 0, and then output each, right? Yes. So what am I getting in? I'm getting in here. Let's say if this is a negative number, screw that. Where do I have the closest one? I might as well just take it. Oh, I don't know. I should be able to do some basic combinatorics, right? So you're gonna go, I don't think it's an arithmetic. It's actually an arithmetic, right? So this one gets multiplied by -1. And then goes into this one, all right? This one is each times -1. Goes out as each. Great. And then we add this number and we look at it. If it's a negative number, you will unload. Let's bring it into these. There. Can I, well, what if I actually use these ones? There. And let's see. This one will be, so this one will work. It will set filter. No, thank you. I'll have this for each. Damn, I do not want it to set filter actually. I'll have 4 items. This one, when Rubyte chunks less than 0. Yep. And for these, I just change it to crystals less than 0. Crystals. This one is cyan geodes to cyan geodes, and the last one will be barrels. Empty barrels and empty barrels. There we go. Let's have a look up here how that works. I think I know the barrels will be the ones that even out the first. So let's just make sure that it stops when it hits it. Okay, I'm getting more crushed Rubyte in. I am consuming the Rubyte absolutely at a ridiculous pace. This is very nice. This is a great setup. Okay, that has stopped. The cyan geodes will also stop in a second, and you can see all of these are now balancing. Almost. Great. This is pretty damn amazing actually. So we're going to stop here. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to build a few more of these. Actually, a lot more of these, one for each. That means that from now on, I'll be able to extract every single one of these through the train network. And that's pretty damn amazing. So that will help us a lot, because then we can start making all of these as we like in vast quantities. And then we can make titanium and tungsten and all the other good stuff, and nitinol or whatever we want. So thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.